Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swamini Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Shri Visakan Vitamscham. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest and topmost knowledge, Pavitram Idam Uttama. So now we are successfully studying in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge. If we have this knowledge, if we follow this knowledge, we will permanently live from this material wealth. If we don't have this knowledge, so that means we can't follow this knowledge, we won't follow this knowledge. So that means we will come back again to this material world. That's what we studied yesterday. So Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita that we should use our intelligence to connect with him so that we can do everything which is good for ourselves. Acharati Atmana Shreyas. What we are trying to do right now? We are Acharati Sarira Shreyas. So, of course, Sarira is very important, body is very important, we need to take care, but that also we are not doing it. In fact, I'll take back, it's not even Acharati Sarira Shreyas. We think that we are taking care of our body, but that also we are not doing it actually. These days, the lifestyle is so much complicated that everyone is under a lot of stress in our day-to-day life. There is so much stress. Earlier days, growing children was not a burden for the parents. But now, it is completely opposite. And the children also were not burdened to the parents. They were also very mature. They were listening to the elders. And when they do what are the right things. But now these days, it's also the opposite. It's very difficult because the children are getting so much of unwanted knowledge and information from outside the family, outside the parents, and then they don't listen to the parents. It's very difficult in general these days. I'm talking whatever I'm saying, it is in general. So we have to understand that if we follow this Bhagavad Gita, if we use the intelligence, so then we can go to Golok. Otherwise, we will not come back. So that's why this faith is very important. Faith on Krishna is very important. And we need to make the atmosphere at home is very conducive for Krishna consciousness. And that is possible only if both mother and father, so both husband and wife, so if they are devotees, then it is going to be very much possible. But in many situations, that may not be also possible. Like only one person may be a devotee, other person is not a devotee. So then also it is difficult. But one thing important point is that whatever may be the situation, if we are very, very strong in our devotion to Krishna, that is very important. So nothing should affect, because it's only between our mind and Krishna, correct? We may be physically in a very difficult situation, not able to serve Krishna. But ourselves remembering Krishna, no one can stop. No one can force us. No one can force us to stop remembering Krishna. That is very important. So in all circumstances, we should only remember Krishna and depend only on Krishna. Then we will be able to receive Krishna's mercy. Then our situation will become even more favorable to please Krishna, to serve Krishna. So we will be able to experience such changes in our life, actually. So it all depends upon how much faith we have Krishna. That's what we are studying, Shraddha. So if you have that faith on Krishna, if you have this faith on Bhagavad Gita, so that means we are going to get liberation from this material world. So now, because of this kind of situation, I was telling about the present condition, present day conditions, because of the stress, when we are discussing about that, how everyone is getting stressed out. So that is the reason for the stress in the family, between the parents and children, between everyone. So in general, so all the time, even at work, everywhere. So that is because of the lack of Bhagavad Gita knowledge, because we are not able to connect ourselves with Krishna. So that means we are not even taking care of our body. So Acharati, it's Atmanasreyas. Krishna is saying that we should do all the activities which are good for ourselves. And we are not even doing the activities which are good for which are good for our body also, because we are eating everywhere junk food. Because the problem is there is no good food. That is a problem. There is no food in the mode of goodness served everywhere. So because people are after junk food, so that's why they are selling junk food everywhere. But what Krishna is asking us, that you offer me with devotion, love and devotion. So that means we have to prepare and offer to Krishna with love and devotion. That's what is very important. So that way, we should, every day, every meal, we should actually make it fresh and offer it to Krishna and then take it. So then there is no problem. That's very important. Everything should be offered to Krishna first. And there should be in the mode of goodness. So automatically, when we are offering to Krishna, that means we will be offering only food in the mode of goodness. We won't be offering junk food to Krishna. That's very important. So we won't be offering food in the mode of passion or ignorance. And Krishna has created so many different varieties of vegetables and fruits for us. In fact, if we take all such vegetables and fruits, we will not have any issues with our digestive system actually. But most of the problems now, even for the health, for the body, it starts with the digestion, and that is primarily due to eating junk food and getting stressed out all the time and not able to sleep enough and getting stressed. So I mentioned many times in the past, when the mind is not free, when the mind is restless, so that means our digestion system, our stomach is not going to work. Our colons are not going to work. Colon is not going to work. So nothing is going to work very well. So then all kinds of problems for our body comes from there. That's the reason heartburns, gastroesophageal reflux disorder, GERD, all kinds of problems are there. All kinds of problems are due to not leading a Krishna conscious life. That's the main thing. So that means not taking good care of our body and not taking good care of ourselves. So we need to perform, we need to do the activities which are good for ourselves. So how that is going to be possible? Only with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge only. So we have to just follow what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. So just be a devotee of Krishna and do everything for Krishna, and leave everything to Krishna. Don't worry about anything and simply follow Krishna's instructions given in Bhagavad Gita, not thinking about the results of the actions. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to make continuous progress. So we are making progress and we will definitely go to Goloka. So definitely Krishna's mercy. We are able to get Krishna's help. Krishna is helping us. We are able to see that Krishna is helping us. Even the very fact that every day we are studying Bhagavad Gita without any break, that itself is a proof that Krishna is showering his causeless mercy upon us. That's the reason we are able to study and understand and enjoy this Bhagavad Gita every day. It's Krishna's causeless mercy only. So when we are getting this knowledge again and again and enjoying this knowledge, so then by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to get rid of all kinds of anarthas in this material world. Everything should get out of us. We should get rid of all these things. So that means we need to keep ourselves super busy in serving only Krishna, not getting affected by anything happening in this world. So once we are determined, once we are very much having that faith and love on Krishna, we want to please Krishna, that's our only goal, nothing else. So then definitely Krishna will take us in the right way and we will be able to go with Krishna. We'll be able to go to Goloka. Krishna is guiding us in each and every step. We know that this material world is full of trouble, full of problems. In each and every step, there is danger. We don't know what is going to happen when. There is danger everywhere. Nothing is certain here in this material world. Nothing is permanent in this material world. There is no guarantee that we will live here for very long also. So we are all hoping, we are all having faith, and they too, everyone in this world in general, when we do our day-to-day activities, we are even having faith that we will not die at all. So that's how we do everything. That's why we are attached to so many things. If you keep on thinking all the time that anyhow I'm going to die, anyhow I will die. So like that, if you keep on thinking, so we won't be able to do any work. So people who are attached to the results, they never think about that. They even don't worry. Everyone thinks that our life is going to be somehow eternal. We will not die. So that's how our actions are there. That's why every day we are doing our activities. But that is not knowledge. That means we are fools. That means we are ignorant. We don't have the knowledge. We need to think that. We need to understand that we are going to die. Our life is going to come to an end. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, whoever it is, everyone is going to die. So that Mrityu is going to come. But we have the opportunity to stop dying again. That opportunity is there. That knowledge we should have. That knowledge we should have that this kind of nonsense is not going to repeat again. That's the main thing. We should not take another material life, another body in this material world and die again. So that's where we have to be, we should be using our intelligence. And we should be preparing ourselves to take the best life. In the next life should be even better than this. And if possible, we should go to Goloka, Krishna's will. Because we just have to do only one thing, nothing else. So that is only one thing. So it is just remembering Krishna, that's it. Just focusing our mind on Krishna, that's it. So just doing everything for Krishna, that's it. So in all circumstances, fully depend only on Krishna. That's what we should. Matchitta, matgatha, prana. So we should be thinking about Krishna and we should be able to dedicate our life unto Krishna. Matchitta, matgatha, prana. Bodhayantaga parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam. So all the time, if anything we talk, we should talk only about Krishna. Nothing else. We should not be talking about anything else. Anything we talk, it should be only about Krishna. That's why Bodhayantaga parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam. Nityam means always. So always they talk about only me. That's what Krishna is saying. So they enlighten one another by talking about me. So when we are always talking about Krishna, when we are always thinking about Krishna, so that means we are not going to talk about anything else. So that means we will not find time to think about anything else. So our life has to become like that. And there is so much for us to talk about Krishna, to learn about Krishna, understand Krishna's wonderful pastimes, wonderful appearance, the divine appearance and the transcendental appearance and the activities in this world. There is so much for us to just think about Krishna. No, that's what we are supposed to do. We should keep on doing that, keep on getting ourselves connected with Krishna. So that means all our miseries are gone. No more worries, no more problems. So that is the way of life. And we will be able to see Krishna's mercy is coming to us. And all our problems are gone means we know that we are no more under stress. That we will be able to see that. Even though in this life is so stressful, everyone is stressed about everything. And as I mentioned earlier, the parents are stressed about children and children not listening. Or then if the children, when they get married, then when a person becomes a grandparent, then thinking about the grandchildren, all such things, this nonsense will keep on going in this material world forever. And when the death comes, we leave everything as if we are, at that time, we are forced to renounce everything, forced to disconnect from this material world. So the same thing when it happens without any force, that means we are going to go to Goloka. That's it. So the same thing, at the time of death, everyone is forced to leave this body. Even though we have all attachments, but we are going to leave everything. We will be kicked out of this body means, afterwards we are not connected with this world, connected with anyone, connected with anything in this world, completely disconnected. That's it. Why can't we do that before we die? That's what Krishna is teaching us. Just think about me all the time. Don't forget me at all. So that means all the time we are connected with Krishna. That means all the time we are disconnected with this material world. So for that we need the knowledge. We should have the knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's very important. If we fully believe in Krishna, if we have the knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Person, so then that is going to happen in our life. There is no doubt about that at all. We can achieve whatever we want for Krishna because we are desiring only for Krishna. Because we will not have any material motives. No, we are not going to accumulate wealth in this world. We are not after wealth. We are not after the material properties. We are not after the material sense objects. We are after only Krishna. So we should be only going after Krishna all the time. So that means follow Krishna's instructions. So we have successfully finished 3 slokas in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So what we studied actually in the sloka number 203 in the 9th chapter, Krishna is teaching us very clearly. So as I mentioned earlier, this 9th chapter itself, each and every sloka carries a lot of meaning actually. So Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idam uttamam pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam susukham kartum avyayam. So this Bhagavad Gita is the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. We already know that. We already studied this sloka many times. And it is a king of confidential knowledge, king of secrets, Raja Gukyam. And it is the purest knowledge and the topmost knowledge, Pavitram Uttamam, transcendental knowledge. And we can directly perceive ourselves. We can directly achieve the self-realization by getting this knowledge. So, Pratyaksha Avagamam Dharmyam, Susukham Kartum, it is very joyfully performed. Susukham Kartum Avyayam, it is an everlasting knowledge. That's what this Bhagavad Gita is. So we are extremely fortunate that we are getting the opportunity to study this Bhagavad Gita again and again and getting ourselves connected with Krishna, because when we are studying Bhagavad Gita means we are connected with Krishna. So now we are studying all this time for the last 25-30 minutes we are studying. So we are completely connected with Krishna only. We forget about everything in this material world. Because all the time we are listening to Krishna only. So Krishna says that this knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. Then in the next sloka, what we studied yesterday in the sloka number 3 in the 9th chapter, Ashraddadana Purusha Dharmasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani. Ashraddadana Purusha. So Ashraddadana means not having faith. On what? On this Dharma, this Bhagavad Gita, Dharmasya. So on this Bhagavad Gita, if anyone has no faith on this Krishna's teachings, Bhagavad Gita, so they will not be able to come to me. Aprapya mam, they won't come to me. So without achieving me, aprapya mam, nivartante, they will come back. So without achieving me, they will come back. Come back to where? Come back to this material world where death is certain. Mrityu. Mrityu means it's a mortal. That's what mortal is, mrityu. So that's it. Mortal mrityu. So we will not achieve immortal life. There is amrityu. We will not go to Goloka. We will again come back to this material world where death is certain again. So that's what aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vatmani. Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. So then in the next sloka, what we are going to study today, in the 4th sloka, in the 9th chapter, Maya tatham vidam sarvam jagatavyakta murthina matsani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvabastita. Maya tatham idam sarvam. So Maya tatham means pervaded by me. Maya tatham. Idam sarvam means this everything, all these things. Idam sarvam, all this world. Jagat. Jagat means this universe, this cosmic manifestation, this universe, this Jagat, all the universe, everything we see, everything whatever we see in this material world, everything is pervaded by me, by my unmanifested form, avyakta murtina, because we are not able to see. So that means it's beyond the perception of senses. So that's what is called avyakta. Avyakta means you can't see. We can't perceive. So that's what avyakta murtina. So when Arjuna wanted to see, at that time in the 10th chapter, what we are going to study in the Viswarupa, Krishna, in the 11th chapter basically, in the 11th chapter, Krishna gave Arjuna divine eyes to see. His Jagatavyakta Murtina, so in his impersonal feature, so unmanifested form, Krishna pervades this entire universe. To see that, Krishna gave him Divyam Dadami Te Chakshugu Pasyame Yogam Aiswaram. I will give you the divine eyes by which you can see my wonderful universal form. That's what Krishna says. So that's why Krishna is saying that Maya Tatam Nidam Sarvam Jagaddavyaktam Murtina Matsani Sarva Bhutani, all living entities are in me, within me, because this entire universe is pervaded by Krishna. So everything in this world, Sarva Bhutani, everything, all Panjabhutam, Jiva Bhutam, everything, all Bhutam, Sarva Bhutam. So Sarva Bhutam Matsani. Matsani means they are in me, actually. Nachakam tesu avastita, but I am not in them. So everything is in Krishna. But Krishna is, of course, there in our heart as the super soul. But Krishna is not, we are not the resting place for Krishna. Krishna is the resting place for us. So that's why Nivasagam. So Nivasagam. So Srinivasa, we say, so where goddess Sri Lakshmi Devi resides. So that is what Nivasa. Krishna is the refuge, Saranam. Krishna is, so everything is in Krishna, within Krishna. That's what he says. So by me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. So by Krishna has caused us mercy, we have successfully finished the 4th sloka in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So we'll chant 2 rounds of mantra, which will roughly take about 15 minutes. So wherever our mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, we should bring it back again and focus it on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Nityanamini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desattarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna. If any devotee has any question, you can use the raise hand option. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Kripa Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
So as Arjuna did everything for Krishna, even though he fought a battle, is he considered a yogi, Guruji?
Yes, Mataji. It's a very excellent question, good question. Definitely Arjuna is a yogi. Bhagavad Gita is a yoga. Anyone who follows this Bhagavad Gita is a yogi. So Arjuna did everything for Krishna only as an offering unto Krishna. So even though in the beginning Arjuna told Krishna that I don't know whether to win or to lose, so how can I fight? But at the end, after understanding the entire Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna understood very clearly that he should be simply fighting for Krishna without thinking about the results. So his only goal was to do his level best to fight for Krishna. That's it. He was using all his skills, everything to his level best, but he was not worried about the result. So all the devotees, they will be like that way only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna, for your question, yes, Arjuna is a yogi. Hare Krishna, Mataji. You understood, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
Very nice question, Mataji. Yeah.
Yes, Guruji. I would like to ask one more question, Guruji.
Yes, ma'am.
So, are we all born to perform this yoga of what is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Guruji?
In Bhagavad Gita, it's mentioned that we are all here born because we are having our swabhava, we are controlled by the three modes of material nature. So because of the modes of nature, we are bound in this material body. So that's why we are taking birth. So once we are having faith on this Bhagavad Gita, faith on Krishna, so only those faithful devotees only can get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that all depends upon each and every individual's free will. So how much we have faith on Krishna, we love Krishna, so then only we can make progress. We can get liberation from this material world. Otherwise, we'll keep coming back to this temporary miserable world and suffer here forever. Yes, ma'am. You understand that, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice question. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Urmila Mataji. Hare Krishna. Kadiraman Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, I was muted.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So, Guruji, I just wanted a little clarification on what we read today, that all beings are in me, but I am not in them. generally, I mean, I try to understand that there is God within each one of us, that there is a, a spiritual power within us which is leading us on and keeping us from, going in the wrong paths. So can you please explain this further?
Maybe next sloka when we study, it will answer you next time when we do the next sloka, but I will explain to you. Because what Krishna is saying that he is everything in Krishna in this unmanifested form.
Yes.
So Krishna is two forms, his personal form and unmanifested impersonal form. That Avyakta Murti. That's what Jagat Avyakta Murti.
Okay.
So Krishna is talking to Arjuna as a person there, correct?
Yes.
So there Krishna is saying that everything is in me. So means everything is in Krishna's unmanifested form, in his Avyakta Murti. So Krishna, that means Krishna can feel like in our body, if somewhere, maybe leg or hand, something there, if it's pains or anything, we will feel, correct? We'll feel that we are conscious of our entire body, correct? So like that, Krishna is conscious of this entire universe. So Krishna can feel everything because that is his universal body, his impersonal feature, correct? Unmanifested Avyakta Murti. So that way everything is in Krishna, correct? Everything is within this. So nothing is out of this. Everything is here. So that's why he says that everything is in me. But when he was standing in front of Arjuna, and he is not in everything, but he is away there, alone there, separately there, correct? He is separately there, correct? So Krishna is not like, it's not like we have unmanifested form, we expand everywhere, and Krishna is in us, not like that. Of course, Krishna is there in our heart as the super soul, so that is true only as Paramatma, but that is as Krishna's Avyakta Murti, what he is referring to. Krishna, we are not like that. Krishna is not within us like we are in Krishna. You understand that, Mataji?
Okay, got it.
So in the next sloka, when we study, you will understand even more. Krishna says that still nothing is inside me. That's what he will say in the next sloka. Even though in this sloka he says everything in me, next sloka you see, still everything is not in me. You behold my mystic opulence. So that means Krishna is standing in front of Arjuna, but nothing is inside that Krishna, correct? Everything is in its unmanifested form. So that's what he says.
So it's basically we have to understand that in his unmanifested form, he is with us. So therefore, he says this. Okay.
Exactly.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Palniyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. The same doubt what she was asking just like now. Same doubt I had. That is, Krishna is in unmanifested form within us. Am I right?
Yes. Krishna, in unmanifested form, we are in Krishna, but Krishna is in this sloka, he says that it's not that we have unmanifested form and within us Krishna, not like that. So Krishna is unmanifested. We have only one form, that's it. But Krishna has got his personal form and unmanifested Krishna. Yes, bro.
That means in our heart, Krishna
is there as the super soul. Krishna is there in each and every atom also. He's Anoraniyamsam Anusmaredyaga. Correct?
Oh, okay. That is the way. Okay. That is a doubt I also had when you explained this sloga, present sloga. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Lisa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guruji, from today's shloka, we learned that Krishna is present everywhere in this universe in his unmanifested form.
Yes.
All living entities are in Krishna, but he is not in them. So, Guruji, though he is seated beside the individual soul as a super soul, yet he does not become entangled in the living entity. And Krishna cannot be understood by our material senses.
No way.
So I guess that is what we understood today. Guruji, as we attend more classes, we will be more clear about all this. So thank you, Guruji, for your efforts. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Venkatanagarjuna Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sunil Srivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Venkatanagarjuna Prabhu.
Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Guruji, for today class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru.
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna.
Pranam.
Dandavad
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama. Hare. So Nandisha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Subhalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna is Sarvavyapi. He have no dukkha and sukhas, only Sukharupa, Parabrahmarupa. But we having so many dukkha, sukhas. Well, Sarira, the Sarira is going under the earth. I think what I understand, what is I am saying. I don't know it is correct or not. But today's class is very nice, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna. We are
I little understand that only. Whatever I say, I understand that only.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank
Thank
you
you
very much.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Not well, but I can't concentrate so much of in that class. I have
Take care
cold
of
and
you.
fever.
By Krishna's
Yes.
mercy, you will become better soon. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama. Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama
Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama. Rama
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
for the class. Thank you for the class, Guruji. We
Yes.
all pray that we get faith like Prahalada, where
Yes.
he knows that Krishna is in every atom. Narayana is in every atom of the universe, in a blade of grass, in a pillar, or in a piece of Thunilumbirupar, Turumbilumbilupar. So that kind of faith, if we all have, and we hope everybody else also will have that kind of faith.
Yes.
And so amazing to know that he's there in every atom, Guruji, which means that he pervades every part of the universe.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why I is Maya Isidam Sarvam. Sarvam Jagat Abhyaktam Bhutta. Yes.
Yes. And actually it is made from his form only, right? All the expansions, the plenary expansions,
Yes,
as you say, is from his form. So we are all anyway part and parcel of his expansion only.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for nice session.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's missing.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes,
Faith and devotion is very important in this path, Guruji.
that's what. Yes, Mataji. Yeah, with faith only everything will get.
Yes, Guruji. Association of devotees is also very important for us.
Yes,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna's,
Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare
Thank you,
Ram.
Guruji, for all your efforts and motivation.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for the class. It's nice to know that Krishna is omnipresent all the time, outside, inside. So, Guruji, when we pray or we sit in silence or in meditation, our soul is actually worshipping the super soul within us.
That is true. We can worship Krishna and so that's why when our mind is controlled, Paramatma Samahitagan. So Jitatmanaga Prasantasya Paramatma Samahitagan. So when we conquer our mind, so our mind will become very peaceful. So at that time we can achieve Paramatma, we can realize this one.
Yes. So when we say self-realization, realize yourself, that means we have to realize Krishna and see Krishna, because that is the super self. What do we mean exactly? Yes.
That means we need to first of all realize that we are not the body, we are the soul. So all the time we are thinking and acting that we are the body. That's how we are thinking, correct? But we are not the body, we are the soul. So then Krishna is the super soul. So that way, when the soul focuses everything on the super soul, Krishna, so then that is good for ourselves. So that's what is self-realization. So, but having attached to material world, not thinking that we are the soul and thinking that we are the material body, so that is called, it is not self-realization. So, yes, ma'am.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji, for all the efforts. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. Excellent class, really enjoying. And there's so many things, there is so many new things there to learn. And coming slogas will, I think, will give more explanation on this universe. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you for your effort. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Mataji, Hare Krishna. Pranam Mataji.
Thank you so much for the class, for
Yes,
every day.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's
I'm
mercy.
so much thankful for you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Pranam Guruji. Pranam.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Kadiravan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Namaskaram. Yeah.
Namaskaram, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
On today's sloka, whatever the experience we gained, say the one quote, it came to me suddenly. Our learned Radhakrishnan, Dr. Radhakrishnan, he told, I think he would have gone through a lot of, reading Bhagavad Gita and understanding. He told a person who leaves his body without understanding the sutra, the Raja Jnana, Gita in a purest sense, that means he is one of the fool in the world. It is its quote. Therefore, it is a necessity for every human being to understand Krishna through Bhagavad Gita. There is no second opinion on this. Sometimes what has happened, see, yesterday there was a big calamity in India, a big train accident.
Yes, Prabhu, it's very unfortunate.
There are many lives from Bangalore, the labor part, many people going back to their family after their work and all. Even Coromandel Express also.
Yeah, Chennai Coromandel Express.
It happened after 2013. This, I don't know why it happened. So Krishna is within us. For this type of accident happens or anything, what we should do or what we should think? What is this?
Actually, Prabhu, this material world is, first of all, we need to know that it is, that's why Krishna himself says that this is Dukkalayam. And Krishna already said very clearly that this is Asasvatam, Anityam, it is temporary. So temporary means, and death can also, destruction can come by any means. There is Adhyatmika, Adhibhautika, Adhidevika. So these are the three ways. So Adhyatmika means we are creating distress to our own self. That's what is Adhyatmika. So the individual himself is putting himself in trouble creating. So Adhibhautika means other living entities hurting us, creating problems, others beating us, or other living entities are creating. So Adhidevika means the natural disasters, calamities, all such things. So like this, in this material world, everywhere it is problems only. Everywhere it is danger. That's what I was telling during that lecture today, that there is danger everywhere. So today we are alive and we are able to continue our sadhana, means we should be very thankful to Krishna. So in this body, we are able to still continue. But once a person dies, so again he is going to get another body. So that is going to happen. So we are going to keep on getting bodies after bodies in this material world, body after body in this material world. So until we go to Goloka. So that way, we need to understand very well that everything here, what we see, what we gain, what we do, everything is temporary. It has no permanent value at all. Where a person may be the richest person, or very poor person, or powerful person, famous, beautiful person, or ugly looking person, anything, whatever it is. So we need to understand that is the knowledge. Krishna says that realizing and understanding that this material world is full of distress is the knowledge. We need to gain that knowledge. So that's what we need to understand. So definitely, it all we know based on Bhagavad Gita, everything is like because everybody is dying. Different means we don't know when it comes, but we are
natural death happening because of some disease happening. It is okay. We can accept. Small signal problem.
There is no choice is given. There is no choice is given to us whether we can accept or deny. So that's what we need to understand. This material world is we don't have any choice. So we have to accept whatever it comes only. But we have the choice of choosing whether we can do everything for Krishna or not. So their choice, if we select, so then we can leave everything to Krishna. We will be able to just be very peaceful, leaving everything in the hands of Krishna. We don't have to worry about it because we are not answerable for any of our activities when we are working for Krishna. We are not going to be bound by our actions. When we are offering all the results unto Krishna, so yajnatat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Any activity which is not done as an offering unto Krishna is going to bind us to this material world. So that way, in this material world, there is nothing is guaranteed or certain for anyone, Prabhu, whether we accept or deny. So that is the fact, that is the reality, Prabhu. That's what we need to understand.
Yeah, thank you, Guruji, for a nice explanation. We are helpless. So
That's what we need to understand. We need to understand that we don't know what's going to happen next moment. We are completely helpless. We need to realize that. So we need to fully abandon everything and surrender unto Krishna and fully depend on Krishna. That's what we are supposed to do. If we don't do that, then it's not only we are helpless, we are also foolish.
yeah, absolutely correct.
Yes, Prabhu. We have to be intelligent. So taking shelter unto Krishna is very important. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, so death is certain, and we should learn and understand that this is what our life, this is what our birth, and this is what we are. We need to understand that.
And it doesn't matter whether we can live for another 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years. It doesn't matter. Everyone is going to die only. We don't know how the death comes. We are all going to die only. But before that, what we can achieve for Krishna, that's what is very important.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare
Very good discussion going on. So I was listening.
Yes, Prabhu, that's correct.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. I don't have any questions today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
I spoke, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, you already
Very
spoke.
nice.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
But
Hare.
this discussion with Mani Prabhu was very good. And in fact, you brought it to light again that we don't have a choice, that we are so helpless in this material world. But the choice is that now we can turn inwards and realize Krishna in our own
Yes.
life.
Yes, Mataji. That's correct.
So that choice is there with us. But Guruji, even in spite of doing that, there are sometimes this material modes of action over us is so much pressing on us that we act impulsively, and even though we don't want to, but sometimes we are very, very blinded.
We
So
have to be engaging ourselves in spreading Krishna's message, Mataji. That's the only service we should consider that as only job. So when we do that, we will be seeing that all other things are getting very easily executed, Mataji. We will not be disturbed by anything. And we will see a lot of such things are happening very nicely because everything is done by Krishna. We need to understand that. It takes care. So we will not be in that kind of situation what you are saying, Mataji.
yes, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Thank
Very
you.
nice to understand again and again. Thank you,
Yes,
Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
I got a
Hare
nice opportunity to talk second time.
Second time, yes, Mataji, that's correct. I know you asked
I was
about the self-realization.
I was just thinking, how should I again connect? Should I? Guruji's time is going, and it just accidentally happened that you
That's correct. I
gave
was
me.
clicking next to immediately. Yes, Mataji, yes,
So I
Krishna.
feel very blessed. I'm blessed
Krishna.
today. Thank you, Guruji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,